Hello and welcome to another mini tutorial from UPVC Spares for Repairs. Today we're having a look at the replacement of the Tallon Espag locking system for casement windows, the ones that open outwards, and the Tallon system was used on the Coldseal windows. Slightly different to some of the others, but as we change it you'll see how easy it is to incorporate a slightly different Espag locking mechanism in it. So I hope you enjoy this one. Hello and welcome again. This is explaining to you the exchange of the old Coldseal Tallon locking mechanism, which, as you can see from the one in my hand, we've got 4 locking points, and you will require to remove this in its entirety along with the locking plate that's attached to the outer frame of the window. Now it may be that yours is slightly shorter, so as you exchange it for the new universal locking mechanism, you will see that at the same length as this current model is, which is 1000 millimeters, we have in actual fact got 2 extra locking points, because we've got 6 on in total, and that will increase significantly the level of security on that particular window. Now, as I turn this over, you will note that there is a blue packer here. As it's a universal product, it can be used on other window frames where they've got a central box and you simply offer that into the opening where the box was before. But if you're using it to replace the Tallon system, you will note that this does not sit central to the rail. It's sitting offset, as we would say. So this is an offset Espag locking mechanism. To achieve the same with this, it's a simple job. You put the screwdriver in, prise off the blue packer, and now you've got a like for like offset mechanism which you fit on the window. I'll explain about the striker plates now. Basically, because certain profiles have got different contours on them, you can't always fit a striker plate directly to the window frame for it to remain flat. So the technicians have devised a system whereby we can offer either a 6mm, 4mm or a 2mm packer into the pre-drilled holes on the rear of the striker plate. This then allows you to be able to place it onto the material, and you can see that it takes up the difference here if your profile is slightly different in its dimensions. With this pack to replace the Tallon Coldseal version of the Espag, it comes complete with 6 striker plates, a selection of screws to secure it, and fits perfectly once you've set everything in place. As you offer the new mechanism into the window, the golden rule with this is that you should always make sure that if you decide that you're going to have it opening from left to right with the handle, or depending on which side of the window the mechanism sits, you always push the bar, this metal strip, in one direction, and in this case left, but then you push all the slider blocks to the opposite direction. Therefore, once you've anchored it and put a screw through the hole, as we secure it there and the mechanism slides, you'll see that it moves from left to right. We'll just do that one more time so that you've got it. So everything to the left or to the right, but then opposite, move everything to the right, and once it's secured, as it moves, it slides along the slot. That is the Tallon exchange. Simple to fit. This is no longer available, and the critical dimension which we've written on here, which is the wrong way around, 22mm is the back set dimension from the face of the plate to the centre of the square where the handle goes through, or the centre of the screw holes. As we've stressed that this is a universal Espag locking mechanism, the one slight variation that there is the distance between the centre of the screw and the edge of the metalwork here. Now sometimes you'll find on the side of the box, like there is on this one, it's got the 20. That means that it's 20 millimeters set back from there to there. Now these, the new version, are actually set back at 22 millimeters. So as you offer the part into the opening window, you may find that to enable you to get the handle on, you've simply got to use a Stanley knife and carefully just cut away a wee bit of material on all three holes so that the handle drive will go in easily and that the screws will fit in easily too. And that will enable the handle to sit comfortably back onto the window, because on the back of the handle you can see that there are some slightly rounded extended pieces coming out where the screws are, and they should sit comfortably into there, and the handle square should be able to turn comfortably within the circle where the spindle goes through. And I think if you just bear that in mind, all it will mean is that there'll be a slight amount of material from the lockbox protruding here, only minimal, and because the two screw anchor points are over here and over here, they're far enough away to enable the plate to just kink ever so slightly, but not interfere with the performance of the window locking mechanism. Once the handle's inserted, you'll notice then that it can move left or right. So what we'll do is we drive it to the left, and by doing that you then need to reposition all the sliders. So if you've driven it to the left, the sliders all go to the right. And now we just need to put one screw in, just so that we can demonstrate what happens. I'll just have to stand it up to do that. So you can see the screw has secured the plate, and now as we drive it along here, the plate stays where it is and the slot moves along. These strikers now will locate into the striker plate that is fitted to the outer frame. And that basically is the fitting of the Espag. All we need to do then is fit the striker plates to the window, which I think's already been explained. So I hope that's been helpful. I hope it's not giving you any fears for having an attempt to exchange it. This is designed to be cut down in increments of 100 millimeters with a simple hacksaw, so that you can use it on any of the equal sized Espag systems that you've got on a Tallon window system from Coldseal. Many thanks, and I hope that's explained things a little bit clearer, and thank you for tuning in to UPVC Spares for Repairs.